Welcome to Ben and Brad's Chat Show. On this episode, we talk about karaoke, Ben Affleck, and the future of streaming. That was good, dude.
Baby.
Boom, 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 baby. Hey, we're here.
We're queer.
It's episode. Nice. All right, we're here. This is episode 2, baby. Robecast. It's a robecast today, except Brad's not wearing a robe.
I don't own a robe.
Well, I was going to wear a robe today, and I came through.
Yeah, you did.
Robecast.
You look fucking great.
And I'm here to introduce my new nickname, which is Robe.
Robe.
So I want everybody to start calling me Robe now. I'm trying to start a thing where I wear a robe every day.
Robe and Brad's Chat Show.
Welcome to Robe and Brad's Chat Show. I'm Robe.
I'm Brad.
I feel like I can't laugh into the mic too because my laugh is so like...
No, your laugh worked actually pretty well.
Oh, really? Okay, nice. Oh, sorry
God
about
damn
that.
it.
Sorry about that. Oh, nice. Michael's coming to be an extra next week.
Who is?
Michael Arkwright, our buddy. He was in Chemical Switch with us.
Yeah.
He's going to come and
Beard.
be a... Beard, yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's going to come and be an extra for the shoot on Tuesday.
We're going to have to cut this out?
No. We can keep this in.
Okay.
I'm just not going to say any more about it.
Okay.
Let me mute my phone.
Yeah, fucking turn that shit off, bro.
Sorry about that. I actually knew that was probably going to happen at some point, but...
Yeah, you just want to look cool.
Yeah, I just want to be
Everyone's
like,
trying to talk to
look
me.
at that. Someone's trying to talk to me. I'm so popular. Dude, I went and did karaoke last night.
Yeah, let's jump into that.
At Renee's in Westland.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I only heard of it from Carly, who like sang praises about it after we went and did karaoke with her at Powell's.
Was that a good night for her?
Yeah, she liked it, I think.
I just remember on that night, it was just like you and I hung out and her friend hung out.
Right. Well, they did throw some shade at me a little bit because we were hanging out so much that we missed Lauren's song.
I think we caught the tail end of it.
Yeah, but we weren't there for most of it. And so she was really upset about that. And she was throwing shade at me. So, but she killed it last night. She did like a Lady Gaga song.
Yeah.
And completely destroyed it. Like it was absolutely like the best performance of the entire night, honestly.
I, for some reason, would believe that. That's probably why she was upset that we were not paying attention last time. Because she's like, good.
And so I did my first song. Guess what I did in my first song? It wasn't a Bush song.
Oh, Devo?
No, it wasn't Devo. I did new songs. I did new stuff this time.
Kendrick?
I did Even Flow by Pearl Jam.
That's not a new song.
It's not a new song,
like it's
but
the song you've
I've never done it before.
Okay,
yeah,
I see what you mean.
And dude, I rocked it. Dude, I sang it just like Eddie Vedder. I was just like, even though,
even though,
even though blow.
Did you know the words?
No, I didn't. I was like looking at the lyrics at the table, like right going up because I'm like, I really want to do this song, and I hadn't practiced it because I was supposed to go to Renee's to do karaoke with Carly on her birthday, but it was like during basically like all the shitty weather that we were having, and the roads were like too slick and nasty, and so like I had to turn home. But in preparation for it, I was like in my kitchen. I was like doing Even Flow in my kitchen. I was like really trying to do it.
So you planned this out.
I was really working on it.
You knew you were going to Pearl Jam.
I knew I was going to Pearl Jam, but here was the thing is like so much time had passed since that last time to now that I hadn't practiced Even Flow at all. So I'm like sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, I know there's like a lot of words in this song. Like I got to try to remember this. And then I went up there and I was just like, you know how he does that part, you know?
Right, but were you literally doing what you just did?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like up there and I could read the words fine and I was like on like beat with it, you know?
Yeah.
But I pretty much just mumbled almost all the lyrics to the song the entire time. I just did an Eddie Vedder impression and just mumbled all the words to the verses.
What do people think of that?
I think people were really into it. I mean, there was definitely a lady in the audience who was like giving some guy a lap dance while I was singing Even Flow.
What type of place is? What did you call it? What's the name?
Renee's.
What type of? Is this a karaoke bar or like a?
It's like built to be a karaoke bar for sure. Like they definitely have like a stage area.
So this wasn't
like
an employee giving someone a lap dance.
Unclear. It was not a strip club, if that's what you're talking about.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe Even Flow turned it that way.
Could have floated out evenly.
What does that even mean?
You know.
Flow, even flow. Okay, I got you. I get you now. So I did Even Flow, killed it.
Made somebody get a lap dance.
Dude, people were vibing on Even Flow. People love Pearl Jam. Then my second song, guess what I did? It's another new song I've never done before in karaoke.
What can we get a genre or a decade or some sort of clue? Because like you said new songs last time made me think of like a new song.
Think like 90s stuff, you know?
Like rock and roll?
Like alternative, like pop rock.
Did you do something by Third Eye Blind?
Yes, I did. I did Semi Charmed Life. Dude, that song, I know that song like the back of my hand. You know what I mean? Like I can do Semi Charmed Life like that.
Do it.
Do 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 do.
I just make you do the whole song.
See, I know it, dude. I'm back and I'm holding. She lives for me. Says she lives for me. Ovation.
All right.
Low motivation.
We're gonna get a copyright strike. It sounds too identical.
Right? That's what I'm saying, dude. I was like up there. I was killing Semi Charmed Life, dude. Like I was destroying it. I sang it like Eddie Vedder.
Really?
No.
I wonder what a Pearl Jam cover of that song would sound like.
I kind of thought about that honestly too, because the first song I wanted to do before I landed on Semi Charmed Life was I wanted to do How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
God, okay.
So I was thinking about how to do Semi Charmed Life in the style of Nickelback if I was up there.
Oh man. Did you come up with anything?
I came up with like some kind of idea of how I would do it. And it would basically be doing the lyrics to Semi Charmed Life to the melody of How You Remind Me. Do, 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 do. You know what I mean?
I think I'd have to hear it with the music.
Yeah. I have to. I mean, I don't think that it would actually like sound good, which is why I did it regularly, but you know.
Probably a good call. Do you remember that time when we were in Florida with Garrett for his like bachelor party week or whatever we called it?
Yeah.
And we were at that bar and
the piano bar?
No, not the piano bar. I think this was like the first night we went out and like the first place we hit up. We were in some sort of like a bar and a dude was playing acoustic guitar and singing. And he was singing like 90s songs, but he started playing some other 90s song and we thought it was both a Bush song. And we started singing the Bush song to it, and it just turned into like this interesting sounding mashup. But I don't remember what the other song was.
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember that
at all.
No,
like we started singing it and like fit perfectly.
I mean, I can imagine a scenario where that would be true. I just can't imagine that actual moment. I only remember like 3 things from that trip.
What?
4 things.
Okay, what?
I remember getting like really, really hammered when we were walking around the Orlando
City Walk or whatever it's called.
Whatever it was, yeah. And I remember Derek like carrying me. There was that photo of that.
Yeah, we got a picture of that somewhere.
I remember going to the piano bar.
Yeah, I remember I was DD one of those nights, I think.
Right.
So I remember piano bar pretty well.
Piano bar, I remember that. I remember the steakhouse, the meat place that we went to.
Fogo de Chão.
Fogo de Chão.
Meat sweats.
Fogo de Chão, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fogo de Chão.
When I was in LA, I lived right around the corner when I was living in that one place where Adam lived.
Oh, yeah.
There was one right around the corner. I just never had the money to go and do that again. But
dude,
ever since I'm not a big meat guy, but ever since we had that, it's like, I want some meat in my mouth.
Dude, I feel that though, honestly.
It was so good.
It was so amazing.
Fogo de Chão, get at us and sponsor us.
When I was in San Francisco, the Moscone Center, which was the convention center where the conference was taking place, there was a Fogo de Chão right across the street from it.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go. But I was like, Fogo de Chão. Fogo de Chão.
Fogo de Chão.
How do you really say it? Is it Fogo de Chão? Fogo de Chão?
It might be more of a Chão.
Chão? Fogo de Chão?
Yeah. Fogo de Chão. If you say it fast enough, you can't really be wrong.
Right, that's true.
Fogo de Chão.
Bagajao.
The meat place.
Bagajao. I remember eating so much meat there. And then when we were going to the city walk or whatever, and we were going to go like hang out there.
Was that the same night we did mini golf? Or was that the
That
night?
was the same night we did mini golf,
Okay.
yeah. And I remember the meat was like coursing through me. I felt like my muscles were like tensed up. I was like, ah, like I felt my skin was like tightening because like my blood and my muscles was thickening so much.
Do you know what that is?
What is that?
It's like the quickening in Highlander. You were absorbing the powers of all of those animals.
Exact, dude. Wow. There could only be one. Dude, I definitely absorbed the power of those animals, man.
Yeah, you did.
I just remember I was like wearing a hoodie and I was just like about to bust out of it. Like I was so amped. I was just had so much power in
You
me.
looked ripped.
Thanks, man. I felt it, dude, that night. And I remember like basically binge watching all of season 1 of Love on that trip.
Yeah, I think that's when I started that. I think you were watching Fuller House a lot. And then I think you had finished Love like during the trip.
Yeah.
And then you were on to Fuller House and then you were telling me how good that show was. And I started watching Love.
Yeah.
And then everyone has really compared me to Gus ever since then.
That's true, dude. You are Gus.
I don't know.
Everything about that show.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like it's
thing
you.
of the first season when they just throw them out the windows. I don't know. That was me for a minute.
Yeah. You were like really panicked about that.
I mean, I just would collect Blu-rays, you know?
Right. You
for no
do,
reason.
Yeah, exactly. I have like all the Blu-rays that I have currently are basically all yours.
Right. But now I don't have the only few discs I have are the ones I've kind of taken back from that collection just to borrow.
That's right. Did you borrowed all those from me?
Yeah.
I need those back.
Shit,
man. Bro, too bad, bro. I know, dude. Everything digital now.
No, I don't have a movie. Like I've turned streaming only. The legs are touching.
It's cool.
But I feel like I don't like this streaming digital life right now.
Why not?
Because I've become complacent. I used to like seek things out. And now it's just like, well, I guess this is something that's new that they've put out for me to watch. I can check this out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I used to have more choice over what I watched. And now I just watch whatever they show me.
Or just YouTube, right?
Right. But most of the time I watch on YouTube is through the recommended. So it's just whatever they show me. Like I don't seek things out anymore. It's weird.
Yeah, man, I think that's a huge problem with me too. I feel like that's why I've been watching so much Keeping Up with the Kardashians and why I'm always watching Jimmy Fallon all the time. It's just because like I don't know how to find or choose good things to watch. And so I'm just constantly watching just the same stuff all the time that just keep the new episode of Jimmy Fallon every day.
Right. Yeah. It's the same idea for me. It's just whatever YouTube shows me. It's usually like the same types of shows or the same people every day or every other day. And it's just like, I'll keep watching it. It's new.
I wish
but like there's nothing new to it.
I wish there
new,
was
but it isn't
Blockbuster,
new.
man. I wish there was a Blockbuster or something nearby or Family Video that still existed around here.
Yeah. I haven't. There was that one like little independent video store over on Hewitt, but I think that's gone by now.
That's gone. That was cool though. I never been in there.
Yeah,
I always wanted to.
It looked like it would be the type of place that had those like semi-clear VHS cases and they were still on the shelves and it just smelled like musty and
right.
One of those cool places.
Yeah, one of those old musty places.
Yeah.
Everything kind of stinks a little bit. The guy running the place, he's just yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just like everything's like lit yellow too.
Yeah, it's just like you don't feel comfortable being in there, but they really have a product you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least something you're looking, hopefully, to seek out.
Well, that's why I miss that. I don't even know if they gave up on it or it's still around or whatever, but Filmstruck. Did they eventually like strike a deal to like make that a thing again? Somebody bought that?
There was something that happened with that. I
think
think
some director or something like helped it come back or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like Guillermo del Toro did something, but I also think that I think it shut down. But I think as soon as it shut down, there was some other new version of it that popped right up.
Oh, you probably don't know what that is.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called.
Because I really loved Filmstruck because I love watching old movies. Like I'm just like really fascinated by like black and white movies. Just like thinking about how they all made it all. You know what I mean? Like just thinking, being a filmmaker and like looking back on like really old movies and just like seeing how it was like put together, and it's like, wow, like I don't know, there's just like something so cool and like practical about it, like something so
just
authentic.
Knowing that they had like basically primitive technology compared to what we've got,
not digital technology. Yeah. Like it's just amazing. Like I love watching that stuff. Like you ever see Kiss Me Deadly?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's like
I like the sound of it.
Oh yeah, I bet you would. It was like a film noir movie. I watched it in a class at Eastern, but it was like so weird and cool and black and white, and it was like mystery,
like
crime,
Cary Grant type of era, like 40s, 50s.
Yeah, it was definitely in the 50s. I want to say maybe like the late 50s, but it was really, really just a cool movie, and just the fact that it was like, I don't know, because it kind of has this kind of like weird vibe of like Seven or something like that, like very like dark noir.
Does it give you like kind of the same intense feeling like the Seven does?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
But in that kind of like 50s way, you know what I mean? It's just got like a super dark storyline, and like it ends like, I'm gonna spoil it for you because the ending is so weird.
Does it? What was the title of it?
Kiss Me Deadly.
Does somebody die from a kiss?
I don't remember. I think there is something.
But that's not the ending. Then?
That's not the ending.
Okay.
No. Like the guy, like the main guy, I think it's Mike Hammer. Mike Hammer was like a popular series character in some of those like noir movies.
Does he nail the performance?
Well, yeah. I mean, yes, he does. He does. I don't remember who the actor who plays Mike Hammer is.
Oh, that's the character name.
That's the character name. Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
It's still a good name though. Yeah. I mean, he nails things.
It was a pretty good pun.
Yeah, it was. I actually did like that. But he's like looking for this box the whole movie, and this like box that's really important. Nobody really knows what's in it. It's kind of like a Marcellus Wallace briefcase situation.
Kind of the glowing gold light, but in black and white. So
exactly.
I guess just white light.
Exactly. So there's like
what?
You're just being like glowing gold light, but it's black and white, so it's a white light.
That's a pretty sick bar, dude.
Yeah, I like that. Dude, you gotta put that on a new song, man.
No, I gotta write that one
down. So he's looking for this briefcase the whole movie, and then it's like weird because like all these different elements get mixed into it. Like you're kind of like, what's in this briefcase? Like you just are so misled the whole movie, and then it basically ends in this really dramatic, like dark beach, and like a beach house, and the case is there, and like the case gets opened by like the wrong person, and it's basically like a nuclear bomb. And it like just slowly starts destroying like this beach house, and like,
how do they portray a beach house getting destroyed slowly in the 50s?
Just like it was on fire, basically.
Okay, so they just burn stuff down.
Yeah,
that's their version of getting destroyed.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel like I do kind of imagine if they remade something like that now, it would probably be a lot more dramatic, and they'd probably use a lot more CGI.
When I think of a beach house getting destroyed, do you know what I think of?
What?
Can you guess?
Beach house getting destroyed. What would I be thinking about?
It'd be a more recent movie from I think 2000s.
Wow. I don't know. Can I get another hint?
New York.
No.
Okay. I don't want to play this game anymore.
What is it? I don't want to play this game anymore.
I think it was in New York anyway. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's Eternal Sunshine.
Oh, when, yes.
Like the memories are getting erased, but the house is getting destroyed or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, it's like all like freaking out. It's like getting like flooded
and then like walls are like just falling down. And,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a great scene.
Had they been able to do that in the 50s, would that be what you think they were trying to like portray, that level of destruction?
I don't know, because I feel like that kind of destruction definitely feels like a lot more emotionally based destruction to me. Like the house is like getting destroyed in like a really specific way that kind of like represents the characters' like mind states, pretty much like destroyed memories almost.
Yeah, if you're getting like technical about it, but like visually speaking,
I think if they could have done it any way they wanted to, I bet they would have had the whole fucking world explode in like a nuclear explosion.
Sort of like your little 1 minute short.
Yes, exactly. Maybe that's why I even just thought of that movie just now, because I still have that on my mind of like the world getting blown up at the end of a movie.
You had like a whole series idea for that.
Yeah, dude. Dude, it's just such an interesting way to end something.
Right?
I mean, I just love that. It's like such a Shyamalan twist. Having a whole plot of a movie, it's like has nothing to do with what's actually going to happen at the end. Like you get involved in characters' lives. You're thinking about them. They fall in love. They fall out of love. They get back together. There's drama. There's heart.
Boom.
And then the world gets hit by an asteroid and blows up the entire planet.
It's an interesting take on trying to tell a story, because if you know the ending, it kind of makes it more mysterious.
Yeah.
How you like get through the beginning. Like, how are they gonna like survive this? Maybe they are gonna blow up, but like they're gonna blow up.
Yeah.
Like it's just going so well for them.
Yeah. You want everything to be okay.
Yeah. And then boom, out of nowhere.
No more. That's just life.
Kablammy, baby.
Kablammy, baby.
Kablammy, baby. Speaking of movies and Netflix,
yeah.
I last night.
You watch Abducted in Plain Sight.
No, my mom watched that and told me about it. I have never even watched the trailer for that, but she told me about it all. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's crazy. I watched it last night.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, like the dude he got like prescribed to sleep with girls, like little girls, is what my mom said.
I don't really remember that part of it. Maybe I wasn't paying attention for that.
Yeah, I don't know. All the stuff she was describing was like, what the hell?
I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you
No,
off.
you're good.
But when I was watching it last night, I watched it before I went out to karaoke. Just because like I'd heard so many people watching it. I wanted to get pumped. I wanted to get so fucking pumped. I'm like, let's watch Abducted in Plain Sight.
Yeah.
There was like some guy at my door, like knocking at my door constantly.
Like at your apartment?
Yeah. Like
while you were watching it?
While I was watching it. I was watching it in my bedroom. And some guy was like knocking on my door, kind of quiet at first. And I went and looked and I like I felt like weird. I didn't know who it was. And like it seemed weird that someone even got into my building and started knocking on my door.
Yeah, like the pizza delivery the other night.
Yeah.
Like, no one's ever done that before. That was
just started knocking on the door and it's just like, how did this person even get in here?
Yeah.
Our apartment building does not have buzzers.
For context.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like people getting into the building without you knowing about it at all is kind of a weird idea.
Actually,
What's
this building has a buzzer, I saw.
Yeah, yeah.
No one ever told me, like when I leased this place, no one told me that I could do that. So I have no idea how to get like hooked up to it.
Right. I think you got to get like a phone. You got like a landline phone or something like that.
That's what it is. But I have no idea where I would plug that in at.
That's my same problem too.
Maybe over here somewhere.
I mean, this just seems stupid.
Anyway, yeah. So dude's knocking on your door.
Yeah, dude's knocking on my door and like was there for like a half hour.
Just knocking constantly?
He would stop for a little bit and then I would go and check to see if he was still there. Like I'd kind of like peek in the eye hole, you know?
And he was just standing in that little corner?
And at one point he was like standing there and he was like on the phone talking to somebody. And then I'm like, okay. And then he kept knocking on my door and he just was there for like a half hour, like freaked out, like didn't know what to do. Because at a certain point, it's like awkward if you open the door.
Maybe it's regarding that parking situation that you found yourself in a little while ago. I'm not going to like talk about details.
I'm still worried about that. Yeah, let's not talk about that. We're putting this online.
Yeah.
I actually did think about that though. I was like, oh no, someone's coming to.
But I wouldn't think this was a Saturday in the like
Saturday
afternoon.
Night.
Like it was already dark out.
It was dark. It was like almost 9 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And this guy's
maybe
like
he just
at
was
my door.
confused, like at the wrong place.
Yeah, because remember we had that happen when we lived together. Some dude knocked on our door and I went and opened it and it was just like some dude that none of us recognized and he was just like, oh, sorry about that, and like
wrong
left.
Place. Yeah.
I kind of assumed it was something like that.
Yeah, maybe the person who's on the phone with was like, hey, I'm at your door.
That's what I thought too.
That's probably all it was.
I mean, I just don't ever see myself being that type of person that would just go knock on a door so confidently if I wasn't really even sure I was at the right place or not.
Like I would call first.
Exactly.
I would call before I even like tried to get into the building.
Call
like,
or text or something. Just be like,
hey,
I'm coming up.
outside.
I think I'm here. Yeah, exactly.
But I think we're just very mild-mannered Midwestern boys.
Exactly.
Looking for permission to do anything.
Hello? Hello?
Can I say hello to you?
Can I say hello? I'm here. Hello.
We're basically Canadian.
We talked. Yeah, we are. We talked. You said you wanted me to come over. And I'm here if you still want to see me. I drove all the way here if you still want to see me.
Yeah, that does sound pretty accurate though.
Right. Yeah. Because honestly, if I called somebody and I was like, hey, I'm outside. And they were like, I don't really want to hang out anymore. I'd be like, cool,
man. No worries.
No sweat. I'm just going to go home and do something else.
Yep. Beep.
I'm totally that type of person.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, I love hanging out with people a lot of the time.
Right.
Sometimes I don't need to hang out with people.
Right. We both need to recharge, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't get my energy from people.
Yeah. I do sort of, but like.
Yeah, I do feel like you do in a different way.
Yeah, I'm exhausted when people leave, but like I have to burn through that energy still.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's nice to hang out with somebody and like do something.
Yeah.
Like,
but sitting around and just talking is stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Like just sitting around and like talking and not really doing anything is dumb.
Yeah, this is stupid.
This is like basically the foundation of our whole friendship.
Pretty much.
We just decided to like turn a camera on while we did it.
Right. We're basically just documenting our friendship right now.
Yeah. Like this is literally just what we do when we're just sitting around anyway.
The weirdest part about that, I think, is that we just hold microphones.
Right. Like we should just not be holding microphones right now, pretty much.
No. Like this is just us. Whenever we talk,
this is just how we do it regularly.
Yeah.
We just hold microphones.
They're glued to our hands.
Yeah, I can't let it go.
Anyway,
dude, I mean, can we just say real quick?
Yeah, and then I'll get back to my Netflix story.
Sorry, oh my god, I totally forgot, dude. I'm sorry. No, please tell your Netflix thing.
No, go do your thing.
Well, the only other thing
if you want to,
the only thing I was gonna say is that I just want to acknowledge the fact that after we filmed our first podcast.
Oh, right.
Which was only 35 minutes long.
Yeah, we didn't set a timer for this one. I have no idea how long we've been going already.
Yeah. Which we did our first 35-minute long podcast. And then once we finished, we proceeded to talk for maybe 6 more hours after that, basically. Yeah. We literally talked through daylight savings time.
Yeah, I forgot we kind of lost an hour and all that.
We lost an hour. But we still talked. I left your apartment at 6 o'clock in the morning.
What time did we end our recording? Like, what time was that?
Probably like 11:30.
No, I think we started around 11:30. I think we ended at probably around 12 or 12:30, I feel.
And at that point, it was already like 1, right?
No, I think we lose it around 2 for some reason.
Yeah, why is that? Why doesn't it just happen at midnight?
None of it makes sense.
It really doesn't.
None of it makes sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to say that we basically...
We could have filmed an entire season of this podcast had we just kept recording.
Even though we did spend most of the time just talking about blockchain more.
That was really the whole conversation.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Sorry about that.
Anyway, yeah.
What's up on Netflix?
So the way I chose to spend my evening last night was just basically how I spend every evening.
Which is?
Sitting around... No, that's it.
Just sitting in space.
Yeah. But I watched that Triple Frontier movie.
What's that?
Ben Affleck.
Oh.
Oscar Isaac.
Oh.
Charlie Hunnam.
Ooh.
Then another 2 guys, but I can't remember their names. One of them I recognize, the other one I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah, it looked pretty like an intense, like heisty thriller, right? And there were some pretty intense heisty moments. And I was like, all right, yeah. Netflix bringing the heat with this one.
Nice.
And then, man, that ending just fizzled.
Really?
Yeah. It's like they peaked they peaked super hard in the middle. Like the climax of the movie was definitely in the middle of the movie. And then it just kind of like goes down, and then it's over. That's how I felt about it anyway.
That's lame.
Yeah.
Did Ben Affleck direct that?
No, he just acted in it. I'll tell you this, like I'd like to try to figure out where a movie's going as soon as it starts, and I try to, like, I know where this is going throughout the whole movie. And in a movie like that, group of 5 men doing a big violent heist, one of them's gonna die at least, right?
You'd expect, yeah.
Right. So I'm like, I bet he's gonna die first. And I was wrong. They kept me on my toes about who died first. I was surprised. I'm not gonna say who dies first.
Okay, yeah.
But like that, like it had me like.
We got dogs outside.
We got dogs outside. No, it had me surprised in those type of aspects. Like I was wrong about who they killed off first, and I didn't really see where the ending. I didn't see the ending coming that they gave me, but it almost just seemed like they wrote themselves into a corner and were like, oh, well, we just have to end this somehow.
Right,
That's what it kind of felt like to me.
That's lame. I don't like it. I don't like a cop-out ending.
Yeah. Like they had such good stuff going for them in the middle of the movie that the ending just didn't live up to the standards it already set for itself.
Dude, I just feel bad for Ben Affleck, man.
I saw an interview of him on Ellen,
Okay.
or like a clip of it, talking about his back tattoo.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, he says that that he loves it and that it's meaningful to him.
Oh, okay, Ben Affleck.
I.e., getting a tattoo removed that's that large is going to be way too expensive for a failing career to pay for.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, and isn't it like all red and shit too?
Yeah,
it's like got a bunch of color in it.
Yeah, it's like red and green and like yellow,
and
it's
gonna
like,
be so hard to remove.
It's a phoenix
in general.
So whatever color phoenix would be,
a phoenix that's rising from the ashes of Ben Affleck's career,
and it covers his whole back, right? And that's what Ellen said, rising from the ass, on her show.
Rising from the ass, Ben.
Rising from the asses, and he was like, yeah, I was gonna say it was important to me, but we'll go with that. It's like,
dude, I don't like seeing Ben Affleck on interviews now.
Yeah, he's like a train wreck where you can't look away, but like it's just so uncomfortable.
And it's like there's not even really anything that like crazy. I mean, he's done some like, I guess his personal life's kind of weird too, but like he's not like going to jail or like, you know what I mean? He's not getting like convicted of like doing like murdering somebody or something like that. Like
he's just having a very public midlife crisis. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, exactly. And like he's just so like, especially during all the Batman shit, like he just seemed so sad about everything.
Yeah, all those memes and
all
stuff. I'm just like memes. Staring off in the.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
And then I see interviews of him now when he's promoting this Triple Frontier movie, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Ben Affleck? Hey, what's going on, guys?"
Right. It doesn't.
I love my life. I mean, that's what it seems like. It seems like he's like on some like drugs or something like that. Just like,
yeah, it doesn't seem real.
Like, hey, everything's okay. I'm okay. Everything's great. I love it. I liked being Batman. I really liked it. New movie's so good.
I loved ruining childhood superheroes for everyone across America.
I'm having the best time. See my back tattoo?
I like it.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, dude. Ben Affleck is trash, dude. Ben Affleck, trash. You're trash, Fleck. Ben Trash Flick.
What was his wife's name? Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner, yeah.
I think she ruined him. We're just gonna get into it right now.
I think Ben Affleck ruined himself, man. I
never liked Jennifer Garner though.
Well, what was she in? She was in Daredevil with Ben Affleck.
Right?
That was a cool movie.
I didn't watch it. I thought it looked stupid.
I loved it a lot as a kid.
But she did Elektra.
She did Elektra.
She was also Alias.
She was Alias,
which I didn't like.
I never watched Alias.
Yeah, I think I watched like an episode and I was just like, spy stuff.
And then
I never liked James Bond or any spy stuff. She was in
Matthew McConaughey movie, wasn't she? She was in Ghosts of a Girlfriend's Past.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like the character or maybe I'm thinking of it different, but like she doesn't seem, I don't know where I'm going with this exactly, but there's something about her I don't like.
You just don't like Jennifer Gardner?
Yeah, she seems like one of those people that would be really polite and friendly and nice to you, to your face, and then like just talk shit about you as soon as you turn away or walk away.
You think she's like gossipy?
Yeah. She gives me like a negative person vibes.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really
not that this isn't negative speak about somebody that doesn't deserve it.
Right. Of course not.
Yeah, gossip's cool.
Gossip's cool, guys.
Gossip's cool. We can title this podcast Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Get them clicks, baby.
Get them clicks. No, dude, I honestly just think that Ben Affleck he is going through something right now. I think he's just having a really hard time dealing with it.
Yeah, I think I don't know what it would be.
I mean, he had a great run going for a while.
Well, he's had a great run that's crashed 2 or 3 times at this point.
Yeah.
Right. He went from Good Will Hunting to Geely. And then he went from Argo to Batman versus Superman.
Yep. And he did that one. Did you watch that other Netflix movie that he directed? Or maybe it wasn't a Netflix movie, but it was like he was like a gangster, like Prohibition era gangster.
That sounds familiar.
We run at night or something like that. not We Are the Night, but it was like something along those lines. He's like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I think I saw a trailer, but I don't think I watched the movie.
I watched it, and it was just like so long and drawn out. Like it felt like it was trying to be something really cool, but it just didn't really click with me at all.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is that's going on with him, I think once he becomes happy with Ben Affleck again, is when we'll see the good Ben Affleck movies again.
He'll come back to Batman.
Yeah. Batman Returns 2.
Batman Returns 2. That'll be a good one.
Yeah. So Triple Frontier, watch it to see the exciting parts, but don't watch it for the ending.
Okay.
Because the exciting parts get pretty exciting. Like in the moment, like watching the things explode or whatever. You know,
you're like sitting in your seat, like yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
You know,
I get like that too.
Yeah. I've actually only ever done that type of thing with one movie. I gotta drink something now.
What? You actually did that watching a movie?
No, not exactly that.
Was it what was it?
You'll never guess.
Okay. All right.
But I want you to.
Was it what's his face? Bruce Lee's son movie?
Brandon Lee?
Brandon
Lee?
Yeah.
No.
Was it a Brandon Lee movie at all?
No. Okay. Like I said, it wasn't exactly. It wasn't like freaking out like that. No, okay. It wasn't a Chuck Norris movie. It wasn't an action movie.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you what movie it was.
Let me hear it.
It was a movie you'd never guess.
Blair Witch Project.
I was verbally like on the edge of my seat, like conversing with the movie, like don't do that. You know
what? What was it?
Serendipity, starring John Cusack.
What?
And Pete Davidson's new girlfriend, Kate Beckinsale.
What?
And what was his name? He turned into a pervert or something, I guess. On Entourage.
Who?
Let's Hug It Out, bitch guy.
Let's Hug It Out, bitch guy.
Jeremy something.
Who? Jeremy Piven?
Yeah, Jeremy Piven.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in it too. But he and John Cusack did like several movies together. They were like buddies.
I had no idea.
They were in, he was in Say Anything.
That's right. He wasn't Say Anything.
He was in another one of his movies too that I forgot.
Oh my God.
I don't think he was in High Fidelity. But man, I was watching that movie.
Serendipity?
Yeah, this was way long ago, back like high school era. Or maybe I had graduated high school, but it was close to high school era. And when I watched it, I don't know, it hooked me. It hooked me good. Well, I've always been a John Cusack fan up until like the 2000s. But,
right.
You know, he was good in a lot of things, and that one definitely hooked me. And I was like,
I never watched it.
Do you know the premise at all?
No, I don't.
So it's just like these two people are basically drawn together. They both get pulled into the same place over and over again, and then
John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, but they're not doing it on purpose, but they basically fall in love through all these serendipitous moments.
Oh.
But they're like in this city. I think that like takes place over years, right? They jump through time a lot. Like they found a note in a book or something like that one of them wrote, and like they find the book, and then but they're in town because one of them's getting married. But they're like, no, you have to love me because of the book, and that type of thing.
Right.
You know,
it's like a bunch of like cliche romantic movie things.
Oh, yeah.
That make up a plot.
Horribly cliche, but like was my jam. Like I'm into I think the John Cusack movies were termed like dick flicks, like chick flicks that dudes got into.
Oh,
I don't know if they were dick flicks, but like I liked to pretend they were because I was a dude watching it.
I never really got into a whole lot of like romantic movies like that.
I don't know why.
I mean, like I like indie romance movies.
What, like Lars and the Real Girl type of deal?
Lars and the Real Girl, like Garden State, Land of Women with Adam Brody.
I remember not really liking that one that much. I felt like that one didn't go anywhere.
I love it so much for some reason. It's like a vibe.
You really liked Elizabethtown though too, right?
I did like Elizabethtown. Yeah,
I felt like that one didn't go anywhere either.
Elizabethtown. That also is just like a vibe for me.
Yeah, they definitely have a mood to them.
Yeah, sometimes
that I kind of like.
I
will
just put on movies like that just to like have a vibe in the air.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just like pop on fucking Shaun of the Dead.
When was the last time you watched that?
It's been a while, but like pop on Shaun of the Dead real quick.
I tried to rewatch some Spaced a while ago.
Oh yeah, I only watched a couple of those episodes with you.
when I watched it the first time, I was really into it. And every time I've tried to like rewatch it since the first viewing, it's just kind of...
Were you kind of like that with the original Office though too, the Ricky Gervais Office? I feel like you tried showing me some of that a long time ago, and we watched a few episodes of it, but like I didn't personally get super into it.
There are like a few episodes of that show that I like, but right now, or having the first season of that show, of the UK version, the first series, the way they call it, is basically like the first 5 episodes of the US version of The Office.
Right.
And I saw the US version of The Office before I saw the UK version.
Mm-hmm.
And then being basically the same thing, it's like I'm watching a lower quality version because like the 25p frame rate or whatever, the different visual look and like
it's a
the
little
lighting
older.
And it's a little older and like the
Isn't that funny
it's just
though?
Weird feeling.
Isn't that funny though how like there existed a whole other Office in the UK that happened first, and then we were like, we're gonna do it better with Steve Carell.
Yeah. And then they remade that version all around the world.
Did they really?
Yeah. There's like different versions of The Office, and like I think there's a Brazilian version of The Office. There's
That's
like
amazing.
a Spanish version. There's like
that is crazy, dude.
a Czechoslovakian version, if that's even a country anymore. Czech Republic might be what it's called now.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like Everybody Loves Raymond. They did that with that show.
What?
Yeah. There's even
Loves
a whole
Raymond?
big documentary about that.
And probably Friends too, right?
Well, Friends was kind of a remake of a British show.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It was like the American answer to that show is what they were called. But the
What
funny
is
thing,
going on?
The funny thing about that is
Big Bang Theory.
No,
they
no,
had
the funny thing about the Friend thing-
the IT crowd was like the original Big Bang Theory.
No,
Oh, that's not true.
that's not true.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me tell you the
All
Friends
right,
thing,
let
and
me
then
know
I'll
the Friends
correct you on the
thing.
IT crowd because they tried to remake that for the US too.
Got you. Wow.
They didn't.
I'm learning so
Like,
much
the
right
pilot didn't get picked up, I think, is the idea.
now. Okay.
But Friends was the American answer to Britain's Coupling, I think is what they called it.
Coupling?
Yeah. And that was on for like 5 or 6 seasons or whatever, which is a big deal for a British show because they usually end it within 2 or 3 seasons because they like to tell you the ending to a story, like how stories are supposed to be told.
Normal.
Right. So we made Friends, and then I think Britain tried to make a version of Friends or something, and then we also tried to make a direct version of Coupling in America. There was like a season of that. So we
they made Coupling. It was 5 or 6 seasons long. We made Friends, and then we also tried to make a version of Coupling.
Yeah, it was like Coupling in America was America's answer to Britain's answer to Friends. But
Good
Friends
Lord.
was America's answer to something else.
That's so just.
If I remember right, I could be making this up. Any Friends experts out there are going to flame me in the comments if I'm
dude!
wrong.
You know how many people love Friends?
I know.
Everybody
Netflix
loves Friends.
paid $180 million or whatever to retain the rights for another 2 years.
I
or
heard
something.
about that, dude. That is insane, dude. People love Friends.
Think about that.
They love Friends. People.
Netflix paid $100 or whatever million just to be able to show people that.
Dude, that is crazy, and they don't even own it.
Right.
That is insane.
How are they going to make that money back?
Well, exactly. Like, isn't that why Netflix is like in the hole or something right now?
They're spending way too much money on
That is
content.
crazy. I mean, I just think it's hilarious because, like,
You canceled Netflix. There's like nothing worth watching on there anymore.
yeah, it's true. I mean, I did. I use it through my parents now. I
Right.
just
But
don't
like,
pay for it. But
do you watch it that often still?
no, I mean, like, I'll try to
Exactly.
go on there and just like look around or whatever. But I always end up just watching everything on Hulu or YouTube.
Right. Yeah. I feel like Netflix is kind of like,
And I'm not even watching
lost their
original
way.
content on Hulu.
Hulu's original content's not very good.
Sorry, Hulu.
It's just not.
It's just not. It's just not there. But like,
Amazon has some of the better original content, I think.
I still haven't been watching any Amazon stuff. I need to get on that because I know it's true. Because they like,
That Forever show with Fred Armisen and
Yeah.
Maya Rudolph, dude. Check it out.
I gotta check out Forever.
It's really good.
All right. I'm gonna start. Maybe I'll just start watching Amazon. Maybe I'll just force myself to watch only Amazon shows for like the next couple weeks or something like that, and just try it out.
Maybe.
Go through an exploration of Amazon programming. We could
Season
talk about it
1
on the
of Red
podcast.
Elks was pretty good.
I watched that. I watched a few episodes of that with you too.
Yeah. Season 2, I don't know if I think they did a season 3. They weren't as good as season 1 though. I don't think I finished it, the whole series though.
Goliath.
I haven't watched
Bob
it.
Thornton.
I don't like him for some reason.
He's a weird guy.
He like He's another dude that gives me bad vibes, like Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, he definitely gives me bad vibes. Dude, I don't know, man. Like, I just think it's crazy, dude. Like, Friends. I just can't get over it. I can't get over how many people love watching Friends. Like, that's the reason that some people have Netflix accounts, is just to watch Friends constantly.
Yeah. It's either Friends or The Office.
Or The Office.
2 NBC Thursday night primetime shows.
That is just so, like, it just blows my mind. That Netflix is, like, making, like, these shows. They're making, like, big shows themselves. They're, like, producing content. And it's not getting nearly as much views.
Of these shows that have been off the air for a good solid 10 or 20 years. Yeah. And they're spending billions to fail like this.
And we have talked about this a little bit before, of the idea of, like, there's just no shows like that anymore. And, like, that's why they're so popular, right? It's because, like, nobody's just, like, making something simple for people to watch. Everything's so complicated.
Heavy, dramatic, character-driven shows, and sometimes in a heavy, dramatic political environment, I think people want to, like, escape. They want
Friends.
Yeah, they want something that's light and stupid and doesn't really have any consequences.
Exactly.
That's what I've been seeking out when I watch shows lately.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much why I watch Jimmy Fallon. It's because it's just, like, it's just easy. It's light. Like, I don't have to really think about it when I'm watching it.
It doesn't make you feel. Everything is designed to make you feel nowadays.
But it also does still too anyway, because for the longest time, like, Jimmy Fallon, like, refused to conform to doing, like, political satire stuff. And now it's basically all he does.
It feels really disingenuous. I've seen a few clips here and there where he tries to make a Trump joke, and it's just like,
well, and all of the, like, that's basically all of his monologues now are just a political commentary about stuff. Like, Seth Meyers, like, jumped on it like that.
He's
Kimmel
good at
jumped
it,
on like that. Well, yeah, they're fine at it, but that's what I'm saying is just, like, that's not why I want to watch late night TV.
Right.
I want to watch late night TV for, like, good, like, jokes that are going to, like, help me escape from reality.
Yeah. Generally speaking, I've never been a big fan of monologues or whatever on late night shows. I've been always been a bigger fan of the interviews.
Yeah, or, like, the games that Jimmy Fallon plays with people sometimes are really good. The games are great.
Colbert is a great interviewer, I think.
Yeah.
Like, the conversations he gets out of certain people are just, like, you find yourself enthralled in what they're talking about, even if you aren't really into what they're talking about.
I mean, Colbert is just, he's just so good in general. He's just so talented.
Right, yeah. I think he's a pretty worthy replacement to David Letterman at this point. Like, I think he'll be able to stand the test of time like he was able to.
Oh, yeah. I think so, too. Well, dude, it's like, I feel like that's where, like, YouTube could come in, right? Like, I feel like the people on YouTube, they could come in, they could make a Friends. You know what I mean? Something, like, light and, like...
Did you hear about this?
Did you hear about that?
You hear about this?
Yeah, about that? You think about that?
Late night.
What?
You know who Lily Singh is?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She's taken over Carson Daly's.
I heard about that.
I don't know. In one hand, I've never, like, watched her YouTube stuff, but, like, I feel like she was a big deal, like, 3 years ago on YouTube, and no one talks about her anymore. So it's like a washed up YouTuber is replacing a washed up late night host on a washed up time slot.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if this is too harsh. Maybe I'm not paying enough attention to what she's producing nowadays, but, like,
I mean, I'm definitely not. I don't know. I just saw the headline.
Yeah.
I just saw the headline on Twitter the other day, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's fine. I really don't have any thoughts about it, really.
Right. I don't really know her style, so I don't know.
But, like, you know,
what she would change up.
I don't know. I just feel like there's just something. There's got to be something that's like Friends that's got to come out, or just something like that that's just light, doesn't make you think too hard about the world that we're living in, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I can't even imagine anything that I'm watching right now, and it's just not drenched in political commentary.
Yeah, that's...
Unless it's on YouTube.
Right. But then, like, those aren't really shows that show that. Those are, like, interviews or, like, how-tos or, like, just vloggy stuff. Yeah. It's not the same type of entertainment.
It's true. Yeah. It's bite-sized.
Right.
Bite-sized is, like, learning, like, educational, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Entertainment, the landscape's changing again.
It's crazy.
It's wild, dude. I mean, what a Netflix like, what would a Netflix need to do to, like, get in it, like, thrive, like, really, really thrive, and, like, make lots of money? Do they just like convert completely over to just streaming other people's stuff, or do they turn into like a YouTube where like there's like a future where one day like you and I could have a Netflix account and we produce content for
I think
it?
if they were to somehow figure out the waters of user generated content,
Yeah,
I think that would probably make a big, like if Netflix absorbed Vimeo and like they integrated Vimeo into its platform, and like you could search for anybody's videos, but like they had like their suggested feeds or like the staff picks.
interesting.
You know, user generated content, like that's Spotify is beta testing, just having the option for people to upload their music straight on Spotify,
Just right, like SoundCloud.
right? Basically, and you can use SoundCloud currently to distribute onto Spotify as well. But you have to pay a fee for it. But I think Spotify is trying to just open it up for free for anybody. So I think that might be where these streaming services have to go next, is just allowing content from anybody.
Peer-to-peer content sharing.
And then YouTube would finally have real competition. Because there have been several different YouTube sites that have tried to pop up saying, we're going to kill YouTube. We're going to be the next YouTube. Everyone's going to come to our platform.
We're going to kill YouTube.
We're going to kill you.
We're going to kill YouTube. Yeah, that would be super interesting. I mean, YouTube's dominating.
Right, yeah. I mean,
everybody uses
billions,
YouTube.
I mean, not billions, but like how many hours of content per minute?
Oh my God. It's like, dude, I'd have to look it up honestly, but it's a ridiculous amount.
It's like 100 hours per minute or something weird like that.
Oh my God. Yeah. I wish I remembered what they said. They said that like, if you were going to watch everything on YouTube, like how long would it take you to watch everything on YouTube?
You would never get through it.
You would die
single
before
person,
it happened.
right? Yeah.
You would die, watched everything on YouTube. Probably before you made a dent.
Yeah. That's probably true.
It's crazy.
Because like you would never, if it's that many hours per minute that are uploaded, like it would just stack up underneath you.
That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous thing.
Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy.
I don't know. I think that's probably a good way to wrap it up.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy. The future is blockchain.
Future is blockchain. Netflix needs to
Netflix, get at us.
Yeah.
We're trying to take this show on the road. We're trying to get picked up. We want to create content for Netflix. We just start saying all this shit. We want to create for Netflix, right? Right? We want to create for Netflix.
Right.
Come on.
All right. So if you like this podcast, like and subscribe. So I know. I've been holding on to this mic like it was
like what?
I don't know. I couldn't decide on my metaphor.
Like, comment, subscribe.
If you like the video, hit the like.
Hit the like.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment if you want to say something.
Yeah, if you want to help us decide how to approach these videos in the future.
Yeah, I mean, like, I hope that this is... I feel like this episode, like, it gives a lot more of what I feel like this could be.